Hello, dear friends. Let's understand the poem Australia today. A.D. Hope was an influential Australian poet, renowned for his keen intellect and critical perspectives. His work explores human nature and search for meaning in a rapidly changing world. Australia is a poem that offers a critical perspective on the landscape, history, and cultural identity of Australia. The poet paints a somber picture of the country, describing it as a nation of trees with a monotonous and desolate appearance. Australia is a young country, devoid of vitality and fertility. Drawing a metaphorical parallel to a woman beyond her change of life, the poet portrays Australia as a nation that still appears tender on the surface but has become barren within. This highlights absence of cultural and artistic fertility, and criticizes Australia's cultural identity, emphasizing the lack of songs, architecture, and history. The superstitions of younger lands are seemingly absent, drowned among inland sands. The metaphorical river of her immense stupidity implies that Australia is plagued by a collective ignorance, hindering its ability to develop intellectually and culturally. The cities are depicted as parasitic sores draining the country's resources. These cities are populated by second-hand Europeans, implying a lack of originality and cultural independence. The people timidly inhabit the edges of alien shores, signifying a sense of detachment from their own land and a lack of rootedness. Despite the overall critique, the poem concludes with a glimmer of hope. The speaker, representing individuals who share his sentiment, chooses to turn away from the lush jungle of modern thought and seek solace in the desert of the human mind. In this barren and seemingly inhospitable environment, the speaker holds on to the possibility that something unique and vibrant may spring forth. The hope lies in the belief that away from the noise and superficiality of civilization, there may be a spirit that defies the constraints of learned doubt and the shallow discourse of cultured apes. This is a thought-provoking poem that explores the cultural landscape of Australia, with a vision of desolation, intellectual emptiness, and a lack of cultural identity. Amidst this bleakness, there is a glimmer of hope for the emergence of an authentic spirit that can transcend the limitations of learned doubt and the superficiality of modern civilization. So, that was it for the poem summary. Now let me read the poem for you. A nation of trees, drab green and desolate grey. In the field uniform of modern wars. Darkens her hills, those endless, outstretched paws. Of sphinx demolished or stone lion worn away. They call her a young country, but they lie. She is the last of lands, the emptiest. A woman beyond her change of life, a breast still tender but within the womb is dry. Without songs, architecture, history. The emotions and superstitions of younger lands, her rivers of water drown among inland sands, the river of her immense stupidity, floods her monotonous tribes from Cairns to Perth. In them at last the ultimate men arrive, whose boast is not, we live but we survive, a type who will inhabit the dying earth. And her 5 cities like 5 teeming sores, each drains her, a vast parasite robber state, where second-hand Europeans pullulate, timidly on the edge of alien shores. Yet there are some like me turn gladly home from the lush jungle of modern thought, to find the Arabian desert of the human mind. Hoping, if still from the deserts the prophets come. Such savage and scarlet as no green hills dare. Springs in that waste, some spirit which escapes. The learned doubt, the chatter of cultured apes. Which is called civilization over there. Australia by A.D. Hope.